Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the Late Night Gaming Show. As you can see, Jodie has had a magical transformation.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And we've finally got Mike on the show. Woo! So Mike is finally here. We've been promising it for about 4 months now, but he's finally here and I'm so excited to have a PC nerd join us. Console gamers, real gamers, but that's okay. So are you excited?
I am.
Good stuff.
I'm excited to share about the Master Race.
The Master Race.
Master Race.
Whatever.
It is.
Whatever.
Keyboard and mouse.
You can tell it's going to be a fun one.
Oh,
Okay, so if just updates from the week, we've had some crazy stuff go on. We've had the Ojo projector come in. We've had some unboxing videos. We've had a review up there. We've had all sorts of crazy things happen. But yeah, it's been good on the channel. Check out the rest of our channel. If throughout this episode you like Mike's beard, you like his face, make sure you like this video too. If you don't like it, we won't feel bad if you dislike this video as well. And also, feel free to subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that bell button as well, and that will remind you and bring up any new videos that we put out through the week. So without further ado, it's time for my favourite section, and that is Joke of the Week. Okay, welcome back. It's time for Joke of the Week, and batting for Jodie's team, we've got Mike. Oh yes. So as always, the way this works is I tell a terrible game-related joke, and this week Mike will try not to laugh. If he laughs, I get a point. If he doesn't laugh, then he will get a point for Team Jode Michael. So we're very excited about this. So I hope Jodie's listening in. She is listening in. And the reason I was hoping she was going to be listening in is because this is another Donkey Kong related joke.
Oh.
And she's already laughing. She is laughing so much at the back there. Yeah, Jodie can't handle the Donkey Kong jokes. I don't even think she's ever played a Donkey Kong game. That's what makes it even more funny. All right, Mike, are you ready?
Yeah.
Stop trying to read the joke first. I know what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to read it.
Okay, Mike, here we go. I'm excited about this. Why does Donkey Kong always brush his teeth? To prevent tooth decay. Tooth decay. Jodie, don't even act like you don't love that.
That's awful.
I don't think you understood the joke.
I did.
So
totally
DK is like decay.
Yeah, I know.
So why does Donkey Kong always brush his teeth? To prevent tooth decay.
No.
Come on.
That's bad.
That is decent. Come on, don't act like you're not loving that. I can see your smile. Is that smile growing?
It's a nice joke, but I'm not going to laugh at it. You know.
Well, Jodie already laughed, so I don't know whether that know.
Right,
Okay.
we've got separate points then, so...
No, I understand. Like, you were representing the team, so I'll let you have the point.
No, because Jodie's going to cave every time.
She's going to cave every time. Oh, so you want your own separate scores?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so to sum up, I'm on 1, Mike is on 1, and Jodie is on 0. In fact, she should be on -1 because she's not even on the show this week. She's laughing in the background. So, just to reiterate this joke in case you want to share it with your friends, why does Donkey Kong always brush his teeth? To prevent tooth decay. And I think that is the perfect way to finish off section 1. So now it's time for section 2, which is what have we been playing this week?
What you been playing this week?
Okay, welcome back. It is time for section 2, which is what have we been playing this week. So Mike is a very different gamer to me. He is a PC gamer, a PC nerd.
I enjoy it.
I don't know what else to say other than that, other than disappointment. But what have you been playing this week, Mike, then on your personal computer?
Well, not so much this week. I've been watching a few videos and things like that. So, CS Source.
Okay. So not even the newest one.
I do play CS:GO now and again, but like I prefer Source.
So for people who aren't PC nerds, what exactly is, because Counter-Strike is pretty big.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of players. So what exactly is it?
It's an FPS, first-person shooter. I mean, like CS Source has different game modes as well. I think CS:GO does as well, but I'm not so certain on that one. I mean, I've played a few with like the preset game modes, but like Counter-Strike Source has like surf and different things like that, so you go like surfing around the map, and basically it's counter-terrorists versus terrorists. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a pretty old game now, isn't it, actually?
Yeah, it's really
and
old.
yet it still has millions of players.
One of the first games I ever played, to be honest with you.
There you go. Got Mike into the wonderful world of games.
My cousin, John.
So you've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike. Anything else?
Stardew Valley now and again.
Got into the Stardew Valley.
I do love a bit of Stardew Valley. I mean, I like a bit of a grind, but I mean, it's not so much of a grind on that game, really.
Yeah, I mean, I got into it on the Switch. I purposely held off for the Switch version, and like it was #1 for ages on the Switch. So you're not alone, like you're not alone. But you are notorious also for Gary's mod as well, aren't you?
Oh yeah, Gary's mod. I love it. One game mode in particular, which is TTT. There's Trouble and Terrorist Town, so basically trying to find out who the traitor is. It's good fun.
Yeah, and you do a lot of trolling on that, don't you, Mike? I heard you do a lot of trolling. I've been there.
I used to. I try not to anymore.
Trolling not in the abusing people sense. In the just
doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, of course.
That's my aim in the game, is to do stupid stuff.
Absolutely, and that's why Mike is awesome, and you will experience that over the time we continue doing these beautiful videos. So for me, what have I been playing this week? Well, I have been playing for a review. I have been playing not The Last Guardian. That's the wrong one. I've been playing Shadow of the Colossus on the PS4. So this is one of PS2's like probably best games. That's what people always say. But I've never played it. I gave it a little go on the PS3. They did a HD. I wouldn't say remaster, but they didn't really do much to it. But the controls were awful, and I spent about 10 minutes. I was like, I'm not playing this anymore. But this version is just So it's just beautiful. I feel like this for me. It's the same experience as somebody going in and playing Ocarina of Time for the first time. Where you just like, I wish I could experience that again, but you can't. But I'm like, it's so good. So I've been playing a bit of that. I've been on my Switch. I've been playing a bit of Dragon Quest Builders, which is basically it's Dragon Quest Minecraft. And we got our Minecraft nerd over there looking disappointed, but I'm sorry, it's way better than Minecraft. So
boring.
It is boring. It is very boring.
Sorry, Minecraft is really
Again, the only time it's funny is like me and Jodie were playing. Mike came in and encouraged me to do nasty things, and I basically all the building that she did, I just went and blew it all up. So that was fun. So that's where Minecraft can be fun. So those have been the two main games I've done. But then I've just been sort of drifting in and out of things like went back into Mario Odyssey the other day, trying to get a few more moons. And things like that. So it's been a bit of a slower week just because I've had a lot of work to do. Like I did all the views on the Ojo and stuff, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, it's been really fun. So that is what we've been playing this week. So now we're going to go into a really long section, which is the news.
It's time for some news, yeah. It's time for some news.
All right, welcome back to section 3, which is the news. We have got so much news. So the news just kept coming this week. Every time I finished the list, something else happened and I had to add more. But we've got some pretty crazy stuff this week. But first, I need to talk about this. So out of nowhere, I think it was on Monday, this little bad boy turned up. Oh, yes. So if you've been following our channel for the last week or so, we got the Ojo projector, which is a portable Nintendo Switch projector, and it's just so cool. So we did a review on this through the week, so please check out that video if you want to know more. But my gosh, I have been having so much fun with this. Let's just get it out. Oh, look at this in all of its glory. Look at that.
Yes.
You want to hold it?
It does feel pretty nice, actually.
It's amazing. It's got a nice bit of weight to it.
I feel like it'd be great for like toilet side gaming.
Toilet side gaming.
You know, like when you sat on the toilet, you just
absolutely. But the beautiful thing about it as well is that you can actually plug any device into it you want. So as long as it's got a HDMI port, so like even like your phone and stuff, you can have a dongle and plug it in. You can run it through that. So it's just a nice portable projector as well. But
feels nice as well.
It does. And I'm like, for a kickstarted product,
yeah,
I'm well impressed because I didn't expect it to be that good. I mean, this is on Indiegogo, just it's not actually Kickstarter.
What's the price on this at the moment?
So I think at the moment, I want to say it's like $300, something like that. And I think when I got it, it was something like because I got it right as when the campaign went up, and I think it was $220 or something when I got it. It might even be a bit less than that. But yeah, to me, I was like, from what it actually does, it's just been so good. Like when my wife's been like, oh, I want to watch some boring TV show, I've literally just got this up, pointed at the wall, and just had a great time, and it's just so good. So I'm just like, it's news because so many people are getting really angry because this was supposed to come back in December, and it just didn't. But they're actually getting out now, so super excited. It's not a disaster like the S-Fans portable dock, which there was a whole thing about because like halfway through the campaign, after people had paid for it, they just changed the whole design and made it something that nobody wanted. And it actually turned into something that would like ruin your Switch. So yeah, so it's not that, and it's just a proper quality product. So I'm just like absolutely made up with it. And you know, I thought as well, I had 2 other things come this week. So if you don't know, I am a massive amiibo collector. I actually have everyone that you can get in my country, which is the UK. I just don't have any I don't have the US specific ones like Gold Mario or Silver Mario. So if there's any American viewers out here who would like to donate to a humble amiibo collector, I am welcome to open donations. But the only ones I need now, I need Box Boy from Japan, I need Gold and Silver Mario, and I also need the Gold Mega Man. So they're the 4, and if I got those 4,
I've got them all.
that's it.
You've caught them
I've caught them all.
Yeah.
But I have actually got everyone from across the world. But I thought it'd be quite fun today. So I do actually have a set of Monster Hunter Story ones. So these are exclusive to Japan. But then I actually found a little deal. I got these for £8, which is usually, I think a normal amiibo is about 12. But like these are like double the size of normal amiibo, so I'd imagine these should be more than that. But so I got this imported really cheap. So I got this one just so I could open it because I've always wanted to open this one because it looks so cool. But I refuse to open my other ones because like it has to stay in the box. I'm not like that usually, but I'm like, because it just feels extra special. Yeah. So I'm actually going to give Mike the honour of taking this out the packet.
Oh, that's special.
So Mike, if you want to...
It's where I struggle, isn't it?
So you just need to... I'll give you a lesson in how to open it. So you need to do is, from the cardboard, just go, whoop, and just pull it. Look at that. Oh, this is like the first time playing Ocarina of Time, guys. Just the best experience. Go and dig right in there.
Oh, I like that.
It's so good. So is this your first amiibo unboxing ever?
It is, yeah.
Oh. What a marvellous experience this is.
I've never held an amiibo before.
Oh my gosh.
How is that possible?
I don't know when they're all right there.
No, exactly. No.
We'll give you a tour of the amiibo collection at some point, but it is pretty beautiful.
I don't
So
think
just
I've ever seen something in one spot.
no.
Even
So
game.
you can just lob that box off to the side. That's going in the bin anyway. So if you want to pop the lid.
Lovely little
Oh.
thing in Japanese writing there.
Oh look, it's got a little number as well. If I call that, can I get... No way. You can actually take the riders off the monsters and switch them out.
What? With which other one?
Like the other one, the box one's got.
Oh, sick.
So essentially, guys, what this means is that I'm going to have to get a whole other set. Jodie's got her head in her hands. So if you want to pop the plastic off that, let's get a good look at it. Oh, there you go. So so if I didn't notice that, you would have thought you broke that, wouldn't you? So there's the rider. So this amiibo is from Monster Hunter Stories, which is a 3DS exclusive. It's pretty... No, it won't be. There you go. Let's get rid of that plastic as well.
What's the metal for?
Oh, that's to stop people scanning it in the shop.
Oh,
so it's make sure it's brand new. So let's have a look at that. Absolutely stunning. Jodie's even impressed.
Whoa.
That is so cool.
That is pretty sick.
You know what? This is making me question whether I actually... Do I unbox the other ones? Not right now. But like, that is so cool. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But I can't believe you can swap them out. That changes everything, Mike.
That's what you do need one or another one of the other one, so you can switch them.
What do you mean? Oh, I see what you mean.
So yeah, you can switch them around.
So there you go, little Japanese note. I did not know that about it. That's pretty cool. So I also got so this went back in stock on Amazon for about an hour. I love Metroid's one of my all-time favorite games. You can start opening that if you like. So I actually have 3 of these. Please don't judge me. Do not judge me.
3 of the same one?
So I have one of them that's boxed. I have one that's on my complete collection shelf. But then I have a Metroid display, and I just thought it would look beautiful on the Metroid display, so I went for it.
This is one for the Metroid display.
This is one for the Metroid display, yes. So yeah, for me, it's actually just a cheaper way to get good merchandise on the display, because usually it's really expensive. So this is actually one of my favorite amiibo by a mile. It is so cool.
It's got a little book, instruction book.
Yeah, it's got instructions, which at CGN we always read the instructions, don't we, mate? Absolutely. So you want to pop that off. I love how careful you're being with it. I'm not that careful anymore. I'm just like, so
nice.
you can actually squidge the head.
What?
Look at squishy head.
Squidgy top. A squidgy top.
But it's so cool. That is my favourite amiibo by a mile. It is well, I like the Guardian from Zelda as well, but that is so cool. So that was a nice little tip. That wasn't even the news. That was just awesome stuff that came in this week.
You collect amiibos, and I collect Harry Potter ones.
You collect Harry Potter?
I've got 2 so far. I've got Harry's and whichever one do I have? I don't remember.
What are they?
Ones.
Ones?
Yeah,
oh,
Harry
right.
Potter ones.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. That's a cool little treat. So, I mean, it's been a good week for Timmy. It's been a very good week for Timmy. Okay, so let's get on to some actual news. So, number 2. Are we ready for a bit of a scumbag piece of news? I do say scumbag because it's a scumbag move. Sea of Thieves is going to add microtransactions 3 months after launch. It's only going to be cosmetic. There's going to be no loot boxes, which I appreciate. So you're going to know exactly what you're going to get. And the first paid DLC will be pets. So this will be like monkeys and cats on your ship and things like that. It does sound boss, which is what makes it annoying. Because I'm like, how is that not right in a pirate game? Like a game that's just solely about pirates. How is there no parrots? Where are the parrots? If there's no parrots for you to buy,
It's not a pirate game.
it's ridiculous. So like, to me, I don't understand how like they're literally like, yeah, in 3 months we're gonna add microtransactions. Like, that just seems like a proper scumbag move to me.
Yeah. I do like that it's not loot boxes.
I like that as well.
It stops the whole like gambling thing on
Yeah,
as well.
but then how much does that mean they're going to be more expensive? That's the question. But I think this all feeds into what we were talking about before about Xbox Game Pass and how they're blatantly getting new players. Like, they know this game isn't going to sell like crazy, so they're going to get people in through the Game Pass thing.
Yeah.
And then after 3 months, they're like, you've been playing this, now we'll have more money. That's kind of what's happening, isn't it?
It's the same with most games, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but I've never
DLC.
seen. I know, but I've never seen a company that's just like, yeah. By the way, in 3 months we're gonna add microtransactions. There'll be like some like Assassin's Creed, for example, were like, you know, the first full paid DLC, which is actually like a big story mode or whatever. That's coming in like 4 months or 3 months, something like that. I get that, but then to say that we're gonna add microtransactions in 3 months, it's just weird. I've never seen that before, but it's just.
I guess it's not really content that's worth it either, is it?
No.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like a lot of people do enjoy like.
Oh, I love
I
love that as well. Yeah, but I mean, like, I just think it's an odd thing to announce ahead of your game. You know what I mean? So it's usually something like, yeah, it's not like let's focus on the main game first. Then after like a month, maybe they'll be like, oh, by the way, we're going to be adding pets in, and it'll be microtransactions, but it won't be. You know, I mean, that makes more sense. So
yeah,
I just thought it was random, but we do actually. It just reminded me actually. It should have come today, but it's coming tomorrow now. We're gonna actually have right here. We're gonna have the limited edition Sea of Thieves Xbox One controller.
Oh, sick!
And it looks beautiful.
What's it look like?
So it's kind of like you'll have a picture on the screen now, but it's basically like it is pirates. It's got a pirate theme in the logo, but like it's all like multicolored. I can't even describe it. It kind of looks like I describe it as coral. It's got different colors in it, but then the back the back trigger is gold. One of them's gold and one of them's not. But it just looks boss. But when you see it, you'll be like, that looks amazing. And everybody's like, it looks amazing. So I even feel like people who aren't even going to buy the game will buy this controller.
I feel like the toggles, the joysticks, they need to be like, what are they called again? Sails.
Sails.
They need to be masked.
Well, actually, the one on the left. So usually a controller will have like, sometimes it'll have like arrows on it to point. Yeah. It actually has like north, south, east, and west on it, like a compass.
Yeah.
But it just looks awesome. Honestly, you'll see it later and you'll be like, "That's awesome." Okay, so number 3. Nintendo wants the Switch's life cycle to be longer than the usual 6 years. So if you don't know, like consoles generally, so let's say the PS3 comes out, it'll usually last like 6 years. That's a normal life cycle for a console. Then the next one will come out. PS3 lasted way longer. I think it was something like 10 years, which is really not normal. 6 years is the norm. But Nintendo's already said we want it to last longer than that. So if you like the Switch, you're going to get a lot more over a longer period of time. And I don't know how I feel about that, because at the moment it sounds great. And like the 3DS, I feel like has been going forever. But then it kind of makes me think, like, if we're going to get the PS5 soon and you're going to get a bigger graphics card and everything, is it going to fall behind? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So
is it already advanced?
Is that why you need the PC Master Race, Mike? Is that what it is?
So much better.
All right, number 4. Dragon Ball FighterZ Steam player base drops by 80%. So last week we actually talked about how well it was doing, and it had a huge player base, but it's already gone down by 80% in 2 weeks. So Mike, I feel like, did you like Dragon Ball Z as a kid?
I did.
Did you love it? I feel like every kid experienced it apart from me.
I did enjoy it.
So did this game like interest you in any shape or form?
Not particularly.
Not really, because I know like a lot of Dragon Ball Z players were like people who watch it a lot were like excited about this game, and I was like, it just looks like a fighting game. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm offending people right now.
It did.
But I just like, is this normal on like Steam and stuff to see player bases just drop that quickly?
I think it just depends on the game, really. I mean, like, for me, really, a PC gamer likes a game where they can grind and gear up and spend years playing the same game. So the one main game, and then they'll have like a second game that they put on the side, like, I don't know, like Stick Fighter or Gang Beasts or something like that.
Yeah. And that's probably why Counter-Strike does so well, I guess. Then.
Yeah, because it's had such a long time, such a long period for it to grow over, and the community's kind of just grown, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's not Counter-Strike really. When I've played it, it's not really like a toxic community. Not so much. You don't really hear a lot of speak on it. I mean, a lot of it is like foreign languages, ones that aren't like English, so I can't understand what they're saying anyway. Yeah, so to me, it's kind of like, you know. See,
the thing this is a kind of thing that puts me off it a little bit, because like I know I've bought Call of Duty on the PC in the past, for example, and like the player base just isn't there, or it'll just drop off the face of a cliff after like a week, and all you can get on is like team deathmatch, which I hate. So like, yeah, it seems to me that it's more like games that do really well on console just don't tend to stick around on PC. It seems to be like PC specific games like PUBG, like that grows massive because it was made for PC. But like these console games just don't seem to stick around. So that's what puts me off a little bit. But I've got consoles, so I don't really need to care, do I?
You got a PC too, okay?
I do have a PC too, and to be fair, like when I started playing Counter-Strike, I couldn't stop playing Counter-Strike. So yeah, I do love it.
Warframe is free to play.
I could try that. I played it on PS4. I played it right at the start and I didn't really get what was going on. So maybe I do need to give it a second try.
I don't understand what's going on, but it's so much fun.
I know there was a massive update that like opened that game up completely, and it was free as well. Yeah, so I do sound like I hate the PC, but I actually have a proper I have a sick setup. Yeah, I absolutely love it, and I got into it a lot. And that was, to be fair, we bash Xbox a lot, but actually that's what got me into it even more, because obviously I buy a first party Xbox One game on the Xbox and I get it on PC as well, so that kind of brought it over. But yeah,
I don't have an Xbox. I have a 360.
I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's the norm these days. I feel like a lot of people who would have got both just don't know.
I have the original Xbox. Like, I don't play on it. Like, but I'm gonna give it a go at some point. Yeah, but I do love PC, so don't. I feel like I need to balance it out. Mike's obsession needs to be balanced out with my obsession with. I think we both work like that, don't you? Like, you stay to the console side, and I stay on the PC side, and sometimes
there's
crossover.
Yeah.
Like Fortnite.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Sometimes you will convince me to try something new, and I'll do the same for you. So it's pretty cool. Okay, number number 5. So Blizzard confirmed that Hearthstone isn't planned for Nintendo Switch. So for ages, people have been speculating. This is what's going on with the Switch at the moment. With every single game, people are like, it's coming to Switch. It has to come to Switch. And this was one that people were like, it's going to come because of the touch screen and things like that. It's going to work well. And it's obviously on like mobile devices, things like that. But I feel like they just got so sick of people asking them, they just couldn't look, guys. It's not happening. So I'm actually a little bit gutted about that. I think I actually would have. I played it a little bit on iPad, but I think I would have given it more of a go.
They said there's no plans for it right now,
so it could come. It could.
We
can hope, can't we? We can hope.
But you could just join the master race
and play it anyway. And that's the theme of this episode. Okay, so now we've got 2 really big stories, and they're both. I feel like I don't think one of them is a rumor. I think one of them is just fact. But let's start with the Nintendo E3 announcements rumor. So there's a Reddit user who apparently, I don't know how true this is, but apparently when they did the Nintendo press conference, not at E3, the one in a year ago in January, where they were like introducing the Switch and explaining it all, there was a guy, a Reddit user, who actually just let out a massive list of games and everything that were kind of like, he predicted things like ARMS, he predicted Splatoon 2, and that it was a brand new game and not like an expansion and all these different things, and he literally nailed every single one of them. So I don't actually know how true that is, but apparently it is true. But then the same person on Reddit then put out this list. Basically, so this guy apparently was hired by Nintendo to do an event, and he's apparently he's been recruited to do the same thing for E3, and he's basically let out this massive list of rumored games. So I'm going to read them out, and then we're going to judge how real we think this is. Okay, this writing printed really bad, so you're going to have to bear with me as I test my young eyesight. Okay, so number 1, Metroid Prime 4. So this, all that got announced last year at E3 was a logo, and that was it. And I don't even feel like it was the real logo. Number 2, Pokemon, and apparently it's going to have 2 versions, and it will be Generation 8. So this basically means it is the next Pokemon game, which they did say back at E3 last year, but they didn't even have a logo. They literally just said, just trust us, we're working on it. So bear that in mind. We've got Bayonetta 3, which got announced at the Game Awards last year. We've got Pikmin 4, which is brand new. Nobody apparently knew that. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, so that's a HD remaster. Super Mario Maker 2, please let that be a thing. Super Mario Maker 2, so not a port from the Wii U, brand new game, which should be pretty cool. Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo Switch, so this is basically going to combine all the content from the 3DS version and the Wii U version, put it into one, and then they're going to add even more, which is what I'm hoping for. I don't actually want a whole new Super Smash Brothers game, because I don't want to have to wait for years for it. Like, there is so much good stuff in those 2 games. Get them together. Like, it would be the ultimate. Just a sick game. Like, there's so many like unique levels to the 3DS version as well, and the Wii U. It would be insane how many stages and characters and everything there would be. I've not knocked anything, have I? I thought I kicked my Switch. That would have been devastating. So it's going to include all the DLC and things like that. There's also apparently going to be a new WarioWare game. There's going to be a new Animal Crossing game. There's going to be a new Fire Emblem game, which they did actually confirm last year there would be a new Fire Emblem game, and it would be this year. So we've just not heard anything about it. The new Yoshi game. The new Yoshi game will be shown at E3 with its final. Well, obviously, I mean they announced that would be this year, last year, so that's obviously true. Mario Party 11 and a new IP, and this is what scares me, and not because it's a scary game, but there's going to be a new IP from Retro Studios, and it's going to be a horror game. So the reason that worries me is because Retro Studios is, I don't know if this is controversial, but they are the best studio in Nintendo. They made Metroid Prime, which is one of my favourite games of all time. They made Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. They made Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and all that stuff, which is apparently one of the best Donkey Kong games of all time. So I'm like, what are they, like, people have been waiting to hear what they're going to make, and I'm like, if it's a horror game, I'm kind of like, come on guys, just give them something awesome to do. But so mate, that's a lot of games. That is a lot. That's a lot of games. How do you feel about the validity of this actual post?
It's Reddit, isn't it? Like, it's just.
So you know more about Reddit than I do. I don't go on Reddit at all.
Reddit is full of, as Trump would say, fake news.
Fake news.
Just fake news.
Okay.
Just a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, one of the reasons why this story's gone so big is because of what happened before with this same user, and he predicted all this stuff right. But what apparently somebody noticed was in the username, there's an exclamation mark before his name, which wasn't before, which kind of makes you think.
Well, did his? I mean, like, I'm wondering whether his previous account got banned. Like,
That's
permanently banned after releasing that list.
You know what? Mike just got this whole thing
Either
blown
that,
it wide open.
or it's some 11-year-old sat in his bedroom wishing for a list of games.
Or, to be fair, he could have been sued by Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I mean, he should. I would imagine he would have had to sign anything to say keep it secret and stuff. Because, I mean, I remember there was even a guy who, he was working at GameStop, and they got all of the new Call of Duty merchandise in, and he took a load of pictures, put it up on Twitter, and he got fired the next day. So I'm like, I think Nintendo would take him down. They're a very secretive company.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But to me, I'm just like, to me, there's like, surely there's no way, because there's just so many games. You think about last year, I think people consider to be the best console launch of all time in terms of like game lineup. Like the games were just ridiculous. But I'm like, if this is true, I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean that these games are coming out next year, like this year, but it will be within the year, from now to next year. Yeah. But I'm like, to think you're going to get Metroid Prime 4, a Pokemon game, Bayonetta 3, Pikmin 4, a Legend of Zelda remaster when we just had Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Smash Bros., Luigi's Mansion 3, WarioWare, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem. We know about Yoshi, but I don't consider that to be that great. So you got like 11 like massive games, like that. They're huge games.
I don't think. I think it's fake, just purely on the fact Nintendo won't be able to capitalize on each single one.
Exactly,
like,
and that's my point.
You want to spread it out over time, don't you? So it's not like.
And you even think like the last year that came, which was absolutely incredible. They had Zelda and Mario, yes, but they had Zelda right at the start of the year and Mario right at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like by this time,
that's like one a month.
They'll only be They'll only be like 6 or 7 months after E3 to fit all it. There's just no way.
No.
That's the thing that's, to me, this is like
fake news.
To me, this is like the wish list of like every Nintendo fan. Like, give me every one of these games. But I'm like, to be honest with you, in a sense, like I actually don't want them all in one go because there's no way.
Too much to handle.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like it was too much to handle before. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I mean, to me, I'm like, as well, like people keep going on about Metroid Prime 4, and I'm like, it's not coming out this year. People who think, like, they announced the title last year and they were like, it's in development. There's no way they've made that game in a year. No chance. Like, they might show a bit of a trailer, like, just because people are so obsessed with it, just to go, here's a little trailer. But it's not coming out this year. I'm sorry, it's not. I'm sorry to destroy everyone's hopes and dreams, but it's not coming out this year. If it does come out this year, then, I mean, I don't, there's nothing I don't think that's a forfeit I can do, but I'll be like, obviously I'll be dead happy about it, but at the same time, I'm like, have they put enough time into it? No. So I'm like, Metroid Prime 4, please, just stop.
I think even if they did announce a release date for that, or whatever, at E3 this year, it'll be pushed back either way.
I think so too.
It's going to be one of those games that doesn't come out for like 7 years.
Yeah, and I even think with Pokemon, I feel like that's in exactly the same boat. Like, it's a massive game for Nintendo, like, that will sell millions of consoles, but like, again, it's been in development since last year, and last year they had a Pokemon game. So I mean, like, they've had a year, there's no way a new Pokemon game is coming out this year. There's just no way. So to me, I'm just like, it just seems like a massive wish list of all our favourite games. Because I mean, like, I even think, like, if they actually bring all this out next year, what the heck are they going to bring out the year after? Because I'm like, they've done everything.
Surely when they release another console, they'll want to use some of that.
Exactly.
It's like great
but
material.
I mean, but that's the thing, if they're planning on extending the console life cycle past 6 years, they're going to need to spread this out, aren't they? So I just don't buy it. So, soz.
Who knows? Maybe they're going to come to E3 and be like, we're not coming back for 6 years. This is what we're doing over the next 6 years. Enjoy.
Thank you, I'd love it. Okay, so going off the back of E3 then. So the floor plan has apparently been leaked or released, however you want to say it. And this has shown, like, the companies that have booked the slots and the different rooms so far. And the biggest shock on this, I think, well, like, first of all, Sony has got the biggest one, which I'm like, go ahead, Sony. That means, to me, that says we've got a lot of big first-party games coming out, which is exciting. Yeah. And then Nintendo has the second biggest one, which I'm just like, Nintendo's back on top, woo! So I'm excited about that.
Because
but
Sega,
then
they're doing pretty well.
And that Sega's doing, like, go ahead, Sega.
Yeah.
Bring out those crappy songs. Can we say crappy on this show? Say it, like, tell us in the comments. We have this every week.
Beat it out, beat it out.
But then, the biggest shock is you go from these humongous areas to Microsoft. What the heck?
It's smaller than Gung Ho.
And I've never even heard of them. But yeah, I'm just like, to me, this opens up again. I feel like it opens up the big questions about Xbox Game Pass. And so people were worried was the Xbox Game Pass and the first party games coming to Game Pass, was that down to the fact that they just don't have a lot of games? And to me, this says absolutely yes. Mm-hmm. Like, they've got a bunch of not that amazing games. So when I say that, I'm saying Sea of Thieves looks cool, but it's not going to sell millions. You've got State of Decay 2, which has, I feel like it has a set player base that will buy it, but again, not much past that. And then you've got Crackdown 3, which looks awful. Like, it doesn't look like it's doing well. And that's this year, so I'm like, and then you probably get Forza at the end, because they have a Forza every year, and I'm like, it's not looking great. And I'm like, if that's their presence at the biggest gaming convention in the world, that doesn't fill me with confidence, you know what I mean? So, all I can say is, Nintendo's back, and they have literally took Microsoft's spot. Literally. But it's really, I think it's really cool as well that literally you're going to have a corridor right in between Sony and Nintendo. Like, I love that little battle's starting up again, so I'm excited for that. So, any other comments on that, Mike, before we proceed to our What's Out this week? Any other comments?
Oh, no. No, it looks pretty sick, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to that little battle. It's kind of like, you know, like a heavy metal gig. They have a wall of death.
That's exactly what it is. Go on.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the PC conference at E3? Did you see the one last year?
I feel like I did.
It's not quite the same, really, is it?
No.
But it was proper cheesy last year. Proper cheesy. But yeah. There you go. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to go on to section 4, which is what is out this week.
Can someone tell me what's out this week? Hey-oh.
Welcome back. It is section 4, which is what is out this week. So as always, I will go through what is coming out this week, and then Mike this week will actually tell you which game he thinks that you should purchase. If you have a hole in your pocket that's just burning money and you're just like, I need to buy something, which out of these games would you buy? That's the question. So our first game is Bayonetta 1 and 2 for Switch. This comes out on Friday, so Friday the 16th. I've never really played Bayonetta. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. I've heard moral things, I've heard immoral things. But I've heard it's incredible, so I'm going to give it a go. I'm excited to try it on the Switch. And I'll let you know
what's it about?
What's going on.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what's going on. Number 2, we've got, is it Fe? Or Faye?
Effie?
Or
I don't know.
Or Fee?
I've heard it called numerous things online, so...
So this is coming out on all platforms on February the 16th. This has been built up actually for a while. So this is I think this is an EA indie game. So what that means is they're basically publishing it and stuff like that. But they basically have a system where there's like indie developers which they recruit if they see something they like and they'll publish it. So if you don't like EA, it doesn't matter because these are still pretty cool. People, so don't let that worry you. But basically, it kind of looks like a forest open world thing where you go and sing to other animals. That's the description, I think.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty cool still anyway. It looks very unique. Number 3, we've got Secret of Mana Remastered. So this is made by Square Enix. This is an old RPG back in the day, and they've actually like changed the art style and stuff, and it actually looks pretty good. And I've never played that before. I know you actually wouldn't believe that because I'm into so many, especially JRPGs and stuff. But I'm willing to give that a try, and that comes out on PS4 and Xbox One on the February the 15th, which is Thursday, which is today actually. And then you've got 4, which is the extremely controversial Metal Gear Survive, which is coming out on February 20th, which is Tuesday. So that's the noticeable ones. Obviously, there's thousands of games coming out on Steam every day. I'm not going to mention them all. But Mike, if you had to pick out of those 4 games, what would you choose?
FE, hands down.
Okay.
It looks quite relaxing. Like it could be quite a nice game to chill out and play over the evening. It just looks fun. It's different.
Yeah.
As well. At the end of the day, I wouldn't mind gliding around as this weird little creature and singing to other animals to free them from whatever it is that's holding them down, whatever's going on with that.
I don't know if it might actually be a bit of a cheaper game as well because it's a.
I love cheap games.
Exactly, so that could be even better, couldn't it?
Cheap games are the best.
Yeah, we tend to actually end up recommending the cheaper ones because they do better than the actual big AAA games. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want anybody who's watching this video, do not buy Metal Gear Survive. Just do it for me. Like that is, and I'm going to use the word scumbag. We say scumbag all the time, but it's not as offensive as you think.
It's a friendly thing.
But Konami is the most scumbag company I have ever known about, ever. They're just terrible. Like, they just, it's just crazy. They just don't respect their employees. They don't respect the creations that people make. And this is evident of that. They've basically gone, oh, Kojima, you did great work. Let's get rid of you and we're going to turn the masterpiece games that you created and we're going to turn it into this absolute garbage of a game and just ruin everything you've done. And it's just awful. So I've seen the beta footage because I didn't want to play it and it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look fun. It really, genuinely does not look fun.
I mean, to me, I don't even think, like, I can't imagine Metal Gear Solid anyway having a good horde mode. You know what I mean? And that's the thing.
It should be a mode in the game.
Exactly. That's what it looks like.
Wholesome.
It looks like it should be in the game, and it's like they've gone, let's take that out and then charge full price. Get out. Just get out. No chance.
Scumbags.
Okay, so Faye or Fe, something. That is your recommendation this week. Now, deals of the week. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the deals that are going on this week. So at the moment there is a big sale going on the PlayStation Store. It will either just be finished now or it will have an extra week. And that is, it's got an EA sale. So all the EA games are on sale. I'm not going to go through all them again because they're exactly the same as they were on the Xbox as well, as they were a few weeks ago. And it's just your typical ones. I can't bother going through them. But the Switch does have a good sale on. I'm going to pull this up here because I thought it'd be easier just to actually get it up. So the Switch has a big sale on this week, and it's called the Share the Joy, because it's Joy-Con, and if I hand it to you, it's called Sharing the Joy apparently. It's called Share the Joy sale. So these are all games that you can take off one of the Joy-Cons, hand it to your friend, and have a wonderful time. And especially if you have an Ojo. You can have an even better time.
Yes.
So I actually can't see all the prices on it because I bought a few of them. But some of the standout ones, we've got Rocket League, which actually took this to #1 again. It's been #1 for like ever, and it's gone back. So that is 25% off. You've got Golf Story, which is... I love golf games. I apologise, I do. Jodie, don't be offended. You've got Enter the Gungeon, which is... kind of like a top-down shooter. I can't really describe it, but everybody wants to buy it. That is on sale as well. Overcooked is a good one. I feel like you would like Overcooked, Mike. It actually ends friendships. So basically, what it is, it sounds like you were saying before that you're rubbish at explaining games. I'm going to prove that I'm worst. So this is a multiplayer cooking game. So you have one button to chop.
Yeah.
You have another button to you have another button to pick up, and then you can go and drop it in pans and stuff. Top down, and you have a button that makes you run faster, but you have, like, the characters look funny. And basically got to try and coordinate as a team to try and, like, cook as many things as quickly as possible and orders come up. Can't think of, like, Cooking Craze.
Oh, yes.
Cooking Craze is back. It's back.
Cooking Craze is
So think Cooking Craze, but it's multiplayer. And instead of just you dragging stuff like that, you're actually a 3D character running around a kitchen. We'll have to play it later. Like, my wife loves it. She loves it. Mario plus Rabbids is on sale, and it's on sale from £50 to £33, and it is an awesome game. Brawl Out is still on sale, which is it's basically a rip-off of Super Smash Brothers, and it's pretty good. Infinite Mini Golf, yes Jody, golf game number 2 is on sale. Octodad, Deadliest Catch, is also on sale. Puyo Puyo Tetris is on sale.
Oh, Tetris. One of the best games of all time.
And Retro City Rampage. They've added more. They keep adding more. And then you can also get Mario plus Rabbids Gold Edition, which includes the Season Pass, which is down from 62 to 45. So Mike, out of all them, what is your pick? Rocket League, Golf Story, Enter the Gungeon, Overcooked, Mario plus Rabbids, Brawl Out, Octodad, Infinite Mini Golf, Puyo Puyo Tetris, or Axiom Verge, which is my pick because it is basically an old style Metroid game, which is boss. And that's it.
I mean, it's got to be between either Rocket League or Octodad.
Oh!
It really does. I mean, like, I remember playing Rocket League as it was Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle with Cars.
What a legend!
Yes. It was such a good game. Had so many good hours of fun playing that game.
Too many good hours.
Too many good hours. So I'm going to go with Rocket League.
Yes!
Yeah, I'm going to go with Rocket League.
Applaud.
Octodad, you're a close second.
It's all about the Rocket League, though. All about the Rocket League.
Even though Jody hates Octodad. Because she could not control his tentacles.
Which is the point of the game.
Exactly, it's all so fun.
So that is your recommendations this week. You have got Fe or Fe, and you've also got Rocket League. That's a good week for games. Yeah. That's a good week. Okay, so we're going to go on to section 5, which is reviews of the week.
Oh, it's time to get funky. The reviews of the week.
Welcome back. It is time for section 5, which is reviews of the week. So I'm going to give you the quick fire reviews. So I try and do at least one big review a week. So I try and give you the just small snippets of reviews of smaller games or games that I just can't put all my life into reviewing games because it takes a long time. So number 1 is we actually had gameplay footage of this up on the YouTube channel, and that is Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. Has Final Fantasy 15 ever have you ever been tempted?
I mean, like, you gave me the game.
You still have.
I still have your disc game. And I still have not yet played it.
Now, it is coming out on PC. Does that excite you?
It does entice me a little bit.
And it actually is. So it comes out with slightly reduced. Well, it was 50 quid when it came out. £35 on the PC. And you get all the DLC included and even more extra stuff, which annoys a lot of people who bought it day one. Because basically they've gone, you know, you bought that and the season pass. We're going to add even more on, so you have to pay extra money to get the extra. But does that entice you anymore? You could play it in 4K, Mike.
It does entice me a little bit, but I have to say, Final Fantasy is one of those games that I just want to play on console.
Yes!
Like, it really is.
Yes!
Final Fantasy 7.
Thank you, Mike.
Best game they ever made.
Wow, what a statement. I disagree. Final Fantasy 9 is the best Final Fantasy game of all time.
I love Final Fantasy 7. Great game.
Cool. So I have platinumed Final Fantasy 15 on the PS4. That is my badge of honour from over Christmas. I absolutely love this game. So I started the Pocket Edition, and I knew going into it. I mean, they said it was the whole game, which I was like, surely not, because it's massive. And it is. It's the whole game, and they've done a really good job of getting onto mobile. It is more tailored towards people who haven't really played Final Fantasy before, or is trying to get new players in. So it has been simplified a lot, but it's actually the way I describe it is it's a more relaxing way of playing Final Fantasy. You can just sit back and you just be tapping away, and it's great. It is, though, extremely easy. It's way easier than the PS4 and the Xbox One versions. The art style is being put into this sort of chibi, sort of anime kind of. I say anime. It's kind of like.
It's weeaboo. I feel like.
Weeaboo.
I feel like weeaboo is a word.
What's a weeaboo?
I think it's someone who likes that kind of stuff. They're described as weeaboos or weebs.
But people people are described as
they're described as weebs.
Jody, right, can you just do me a favour while it is? Can you do the research?
Yeah.
This is why it's actually helpful, this being a thing. Can you research weeaboo?
Urban Dictionary.
And see if that's a thing.
Weeaboo, it's spelled W-E-E-A-B-U.
I am excited to hear the conclusion to this. I actually really hope it's not and you just made that up.
No,
that would be amazing.
It's all over Twitch chat.
It's all over
Twitch chat. They all call them weebs. Has it came up, Joe?
Yeah, it has.
Can you get a description for us?
Okay, weeaboo. Do you know what? I'm just gonna flash the laptop and you.
No, Jody, come here. Come on, come over here.
I'm coming.
You can read it for us, because Jody is still around. She's not deserted us.
That's it, right?
Okay, you come and read it out for us, Jody. Get on the camera. Come on.
Oh, it's derogatory.
Okay, well, this is good because we're all going to learn now. We're all going to learn. So, read it out for us, Jody. This is the definition of a weeaboo.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Weeaboo is a mostly derivative slang term for a Western person who is obsessed with Japanese culture, especially anime, often regarding it as a superior to all the other cultures.
So a weeaboo, to sum up, is somebody who really likes Japan, basically.
So is a weeb the same thing?
So Mike's going a step further. He's just going to research a little bit more, and we appreciate that, Jody. Thank you for doing that bit of research for us.
CGT anime. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so I don't fully know if it's offensive or not.
I feel like it may be inappropriate. So.
Okay, so we would recommend that weeaboo is not spoken.
Yeah, don't
say that to other people. Just take that away and just let it soak in your mind for a while.
You'll come across a load of strange terms online, and weeb being one of them.
Well, you know what? I've learned something new today,
exactly.
Mike. Thank you.
I mean, like, I'll know not to use that word.
We all know not to use that word now, okay. Alright, so, to go back to the review. So it's kind of this chibi, smaller style graphics, but it is still like, it's still kind of open world. You can move around, fight monsters, whatever, you get quests and side quests. But I think it is more, you are more pointed in a direction rather than it just being completely open. But it's got the full game there, and I'm just shocked. And the whole thing is voice acted as well, so it looks like it's got the same voice acting from the main game. So to me, to me, it's like, it's quite an achievement for a mobile game. So in terms of a score, I am going to give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like that is adequate. It's nowhere near like the full version, but it's there. You're experiencing the whole game. So if you don't want to, if you're not into console gaming or PC gaming, and you just play a little bit on like mobile and things like that, it's perfect. It's a good way to give yourself a bit of a challenge to play a bit of a bigger game and a bit of a better game than Candy Crush.
Could you use your Ojo to play that?
Yes.
You could cast it onto it.
I could. You just plug it into the HDMI port.
That's pretty sick.
So yeah, totally could. Or if I've got an Apple TV, you could plug in the Apple TV and then I could stream to that.
Nice.
So that's true. Or if you have a Google Chromecast, I feel like that does the same thing. So in terms of a morality score, it actually gets a bit of a better one than Final Fantasy 15 because like there's a character in it called Cindy and she's dressed really inappropriately for no reason. She's a mechanic, for goodness sake. Oh, she's a mechanic.
Dungarees.
Exactly, but she's not. She's got this like mechanic's jacket on, but with the bazingas.
The bazingas?
The bazingas popping out.
Oh gosh.
And it's just super inappropriate. And I'm like, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely nobody else in the game is like that, but just her. It's just dumb. It's just really dumb. I feel like there's another character that's like this, but it's not nowhere near as bad. But I'm just like, there's no way you're not getting an injury. She'll be. Do you know what? You know the no win, no fee claim thing. She's going to be making claims against the mechanics because because she's dressed inappropriately and she's going to get hurt. Cindy is going to get hurt. I think we should start a protest that says, you know what, all women should be allowed to wear appropriate clothing as mechanics. Don't you agree? Do you agree, Joe? Jodie agrees.
Agreed.
So there you go. So but because of the art style, it doesn't look as bad. Anywhere near as bad. It still isn't great, but it's there. But there's a lot of like weird religion stuff in there. There's lots of like summoning monsters, which it's summoning. It makes it sound like we're summoning demons and stuff. It's not like that. But you are bringing in massive monsters. Oh, I can't really explain it, but there are things that. So it gets a 6 out of 10 on the morality front, but it's not as bad as the main game.
Not as brutal.
But the main game is still. It's not. I'm making it sound worse than it is. It's not as bad as I'm making it, but yeah, it's just those little things just kind of bring it down. Next, we've got Dragon Quest Builders, which is basically I'm reviewing this now. It's been out on PS4 and Xbox, and it's been out on Vita and all sorts for years. I say it's about a year. It came out on Switch this week, and it's basically Minecraft but good. Okay. So Jodie's offended, but I don't care. So basically, it's Minecraft, but not in exactly the same sense. So it has a full story, like a proper story mode. I know Minecraft has story mode. The game, it's not on the same thing. Like that's a separate game made by a completely separate company. It's not Minecraft in any way. Stop looking at me like that, Jodie. Whereas like Minecraft is more, it's more on like here's just a random open world, just build whatever, and as far as the story goes, there's things outside that want to kill you, so you've got to build something to survive. This is more like, it's basically, you come out of like, you've been in this underground thing for a bit, you come out, and basically, it's a bit weird, but there's basically, there's somebody who's called the Dragon Lord, and he has took away the people's ability to build and think up ideas, and you have been given the ability to do that. And basically, you come across a ruined city, and you start building it up again. And people come in. You find new people who have just been wandering the world aimlessly, and they come in, and then you'll get people who are like guards, and they'll help guard your town. And you get people who are like scholars, and they'll help you come up with new recipes and new items. And you'll get people who give you quests, and you can go to other worlds and find new materials that you can come and build better things and all that. It's just a really cool way. The problem for me is that my problem with Minecraft is I never felt like I had a reason why I was building something, so I didn't. The only time I really done it is when I played with Jodie and we had a good laugh. Did I play Survival? Yeah, we played it on Survival. But with this now though, I did the first few quests and I just wanted to keep building up my city. So I was like,
sounds pretty fun.
It was so cool, and I don't want to take out extra quests because I just want to keep building the city. And I put a big moat around my city and all this. It's so cool. So then the more people you get, so you put this flag down and it creates this sort of light area, and that's where you can build your city. And but then the more people you get to come to your city, it expands, and then you can build even bigger. And it's just a really cool way of doing it. But I think after a little while you unlock a free build mode and you can build whatever you want. But it's just really cool. And if you like Dragon Quest and you like Minecraft, this is like the perfect merge. So if you don't know what Dragon Quest is, it's actually it's made by the same company that makes Final Fantasy, which is Square Enix. And Dragon Quest is actually bigger in Japan than Final Fantasy is. So it's obviously reversed for us. But they are obsessed with Dragon Quest, but it's really cool, and I think to me it takes it further than Minecraft does. It actually gives you a reason for why you're doing stuff, and that's what I love about it. But it doesn't have multiplayer. Oh. It is single player only, which to me is great. I actually don't care because I prefer playing single player only. But for other people, that might be a huge deal breaker. So
you've got to have your own single player games, haven't you?
Yeah.
Ones that you enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, but like this one, the way you just described it to me, makes me feel like when I teach my nephews how to play this one, unlike Minecraft, I won't be teaching them how to just blow stuff up.
You'll actually be showing
That's
them.
all I did,
yeah,
show them how to blow stuff up with dynamite.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. So in terms of an actual score, for me, it gets an easy 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect. The graphics aren't the best thing in the world, but they're way better than Minecraft. So 4K pixel blocks don't really do it for me. The story is enough to make you want to continue and do more in the game. But if you're just not into building games, you're not going to enjoy it. It's just that simple. Just because it's Minecraft, you still get to go out with, you get to get really cool weapons. You still go out and cut up slimes and stuff. That's one of the enemies. So it's really cool. So in terms of a score, yeah, I said it gets an 8.5. Morality wise, there is sort of magic in the game. There is sort of, I haven't experienced it, but I know what Dragon Quest is like, so there will be like some ghosts and things like that if you're not into that sort of thing. It is very friendly, really. I think, like, in terms of, like, for kids and stuff, like, it's going to be fine. Like, like, there's a few, like, jokes and stuff in it, but it's all, like, it's not bad. I feel like kids would still have a great time. Like, there's no blood. The violence is very comical in terms of very
like Lego
cartoony.
style.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, to me, morality-wise, it gets an 8.
Okay.
It gets an 8. And it's... I enjoy it.
Pretty good score, that.
Pretty good score.
Yeah.
Okay, so then finally, I just wanted to plug, probably at the start of next week, we are finally going to get out our Shadow of the Colossus review. So I was going to do it for this week, but then the Ojo stuff came, and I really wanted to get a review out for that. So that's up on YouTube if you want to see that. But we will have a Shadow of the Colossus review next week, and I'm really excited to get that up because it's really good.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. So just as a sort of little tease, I would say this is one of PlayStation's best ever games.
Really?
How high
a big statement.
How up the list it goes, we'll have to wait and see.
Dave Mirra's BMX Freestyle on PlayStation 2 is such a sick game. Oh, I love that game.
Oh, thanks for that, Mike.
You're welcome.
Okay, so... So finally, we're going to be moving on to section 6, which is topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
Okay, welcome back. So we have got a really interesting topic, I feel, this week, and it's basically where do we stand on violence to animals in games? And before, like, people are like, oh, just like up there with the furries. Like, no, there is an actual reason to this. So I recently reviewed Monster Hunter World, and while I was playing it, some people who saw it said something really interesting to me. So I'm killing these big monsters and I'm feeling like a big bro, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And they were actually like, oh, I feel really bad for the monsters when they die. And I was kind of like, what? Are you serious? But then actually, like, sometimes, like, even, particularly with the smaller ones, which shouldn't really, like, actually when I started killing them, I actually was like, oh, I kind of do feel a little bit bad now. And in that game as well, there's actually just, like, the thing that's amazing about that game is it feels like a real living ecosystem of animals and plants and all these things. And, like, there's very defined food chains, and, like, this animal will go after this animal, and this one will try and escape from this, and the way they behave and everything. And there's actually so much of, like, herbivores, and, like, right at the start, actually, it's like, go and kill this, just kill these little monsters. They're not even like anything, they just hit them a few times to go down. And it's like, you'll get meat off them, and then you can cook it. Which, like, you got to think, like, very long back in the day, like, that's what people had to do to survive. But then on top of that, like, I'm currently reviewing Shadow of the Colossus, and I had a very weird, like, I've never played this game before. I want to point that out, so this is sort of my first time going through it, and I've heard a lot, like, it's a very emotional game and makes you question a lot of things. And with these massive, like, they're these giant, like, massive, I don't even want to call them monsters, because you're not really sure. They're kind of like a merge between, like, an animal and mechanical sort of thing. I can't really describe it. But basically, like, the first time you kill the first one, it puts on this, it's like almost slow motion, it going down. So it's like, it's kind of like a human, I say, like, it's like a human
beast.
It's not human at all, but I mean, it's kind of like, it has arms.
Yeah.
And it has 2 legs. The first one does. They all look different, but when you kill it, it just goes over, it goes really slow down, like, collapses, and this really sad music comes on. And I think the whole point of it is to make you, it's actually to, because you're basically forced to go and kill these things, like, you don't have a choice, and the character is very driven to do it for other reasons that you can read in the review another time. But, like, it kind of making you question the whole time, like, is this right? Like, that's the point, that's kind of the purpose as you're going through the game. So I was kind of interested with this, like, what do we think about, like, violence to animals in video games. We talk about like violence towards humans, and like we talked about Call of Duty World War II and how like, you know, is it okay like for enjoyment playing a game where you're basically killing other humans, like supposed to be real humans. But we don't really think about animals, and there's kind of the joke where it's like, oh, how sad is it when you kill the first Goomba in Mario Brothers, you know what I mean? But it's like, you don't, like, what do we think about, like, killing animals in video games? Is it right?
I think it depends on what context you're killing it.
Okay.
So, like, are you hunting it for, like, meat, like survival? Like, you know, you get your survival games and that kind of stuff, like you're saying, like, you kill the monster and you get meat from it, or you get skin for, like,
warm
hides or whatever, you know, to make clothes and tents and whatever, or are you just doing it for like for sport? You know what I mean? Like, kind of like just hunting it down and for fun and being sort of like, oh, I just killed
for no reason.
Yeah, like when you see in the news where you see hunters going out and like killing like
like the dentist.
The dentist. Now he killed like was it a famous lion? I think
he just killed. He killed a lion.
Killed a famous lion and took a picture of it. I mean, like.
It's just pointless, home, didn't he?
But he didn't even kill it himself. Like he had them round up for him, didn't they?
Oh gosh.
But like no, I do think it depends on why you're killing the animal.
Yeah.
Like what reason is it for? I mean, even the likes of so like culling. Have you heard of culling animals? So like they go out and so the government allow you to kill a certain amount of them.
Oh okay, yeah.
To help with food chain.
Yeah, I think it's the same with whales in Japan or something. Like they're allowed to kill a certain amount of whales.
I think we call badgers here. Is it? We call something, but yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I mean, I touched on it in my review of Monster Hunter, and that like I think to me in the game, the more I played it, the more it was like I was going after specific monsters that were destroying like coming after us, you know what I mean? So it was more about survival, and more about protection and protecting people. So like in that sense, I think that's kind of how I felt on that. But then I think like with Shadow of the Colossus, it kind of put a different spin on it, and it was I'm literally 2 away from the end, so I don't know how it's gonna finish. But like I think it was almost like making you think, is this person's, because like the very start of the game, there's this woman, you don't know if it's like your wife or your sister or your mother or whatever, but you know, he lays him down and then he basically gets told he needs to kill these colossi. And it kind of makes you question the whole way through, like, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Like this girl's apparently, I think she's dead, and he's trying to bring her back by doing this. And it kind of makes you think, like, what is this actually? Because what happens is when you kill a colossi, this like black stuff comes out of it when it dies, and it then like goes into you, like it comes out and like it hits you and then it collapses on the floor, and that happens every time you kill one. And it's kind of like this. This is what a lot of people have said as well. It's like this like he's killing these things and it's like physically affecting him, and I think that's true in real life as well. You know, like when you do something like that, if somebody commits a murder or something like that, it's not just like doesn't just affect them, that actually affects the person who's done it as well. And that's kind of like, I think as I've gone through it, that's kind of the metaphor. It's like kind of, is it destroying him by doing this? So I mean that's why I think it's such a powerful game, because I don't even know how it's going to end, but I want to see it, because it's just like all these sort of moral ideas going on. But yeah, I think exactly what you were saying, like if it's just like killing for sport, it's like, oh, it's really fun, I cut this leg off this animal and it was really funny or whatever, that's where it's kind of like, it's like, what, that's not right, is it? You know what I mean? And I don't think just because it's in a game that makes it okay. So I think it's exactly what you're saying. I think it has to be for a purpose and a reason. And I think there's a lot of Americans who might watch this show or whatever. Their culture's slightly different to us, where they have a lot of guns and people go out hunting and things like that. We don't really have that in the UK, do we? So maybe you can shed some light in and tell on, you know, in the comments or whatever. Let us know like what your perspective is on this and what you think about it, and is there a different angle we're not thinking about it on? We'd be really interested, because obviously we're thinking about this in our UK context where there's just not a lot of animals at all, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, hunting's kind of frowned upon a little bit, isn't it?
Fox hunting.
Fox hunting is, yeah, definitely. So yeah, that was kind of a good food for thought.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing to talk about. And of course, let us know in the comments what you think as well. But yeah, so just to sum up and kind of finish off this episode, just a reminder to check out our latest videos, check out our review of the Ojo. It's a really cool device, but check out what all the little niggles and stuff that we have with it as well. You can check out our unboxing of that as well, and make sure to check back next week for the review of Shadow of the Colossus, and it's proving to be a good one. So, Mike, it's been a pleasure having you on your first show.
It's been great. It's been awesome.
It's been amazing. I'm glad you've been here, and we will certainly have you back way more often than not at all.
Well, all I can say is I hope my face didn't scare you too much.
Not too much this time.
Not too much this time.
So we'll see you soon, and we'll be back next week for episode 10 already. Episode 10.
Wow.
Thanks. We'll see you soon. Bye.